Hi, thanks for joining me for Marketing Monday. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution. And today we're going to talk about how the right content strategy can enhance your mediation or arbitration practice. Got a cup of coffee. We're ready to get the week started off right. Say hello to me in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you are, what kind of practice you've got, or what kinds of questions you have about your practice. All right. So let me tell you a little story. A couple of years ago, a mediator that we worked with found himself seated next to an attorney on a train, as one does, right? This is often the case during travel. These two folks struck up a conversation discussing their various professions and exchanging stories. Before, parting ways at the end of their journey, they exchanged business cards, said goodbye, and then sort of expected that that would be the last time they'd have an interaction, right? But the mediator that we represented saw an opportunity. And when he returned to his office, he added his fellow travelers' details to his practice newsletter. And every month, the stranger that he had met on a train received insights and case studies and educational content related to mediation and conflict resolution. And several months later, the mediator, of course, received a phone call. And the caller said, hi, I don't know if you remember me. I'm the guy that you sat next to on the train a while ago. And I'm in the middle of representing a client who has a business dispute, and I need a mediator. And I've been reading your newsletters and think that you're probably the right person for this particular case. This story is not an outlier. It's not a one-off. And I think it really highlights the power of your content to convert sort of casual connections into clients. And as mediators and arbitrators, we've got lots of different avenues for marketing our services. There's networking, newsletters, speaking publicly, social media, being listed in online directories, lots of different ways. You've heard me talk about them. But I think at the core of all of these strategies lies one really crucial element, and that's content. So think of content as sort of the centerpiece of a really well-constructed web, where every marketing effort that you make ultimately leads back to your experience, your credibility, all of these things demonstrated through the content that you shared. So go back to the mediator's story that I just told you. The initial business card exchange was a networking moment. The follow-up newsletters reinforced this connection, but it was the content in those newsletters, the articles on mediation best practices or the tips for preparing for arbitration and the case studies. That's what really solidified the potential client's decision to ask for help from my client. And the same principle applies to other marketing channels. So in last week's Marketing Monday, I talked about FAQ videos. You can also think about social media updates that showcase your expertise and then help potential clients decide to engage your services. It's not rocket science, but it does take tenacity and consistency. And a well-executed content strategy really ensures that no matter how someone discovers your practice, they will be led to content that educates or informs or in some way convinces them of your value. So some examples of effective content, in my opinion, blog posts. So writing articles addressing common questions and concerns, like what to expect during mediation or the benefits of arbitration over litigation. These are the kinds of posts that help potential clients understand not just the process, the features of what we do, but also the value in your service, the benefits of the processes that we offer. And again, FAQ videos, create short videos that answer the frequently asked questions, like how does mediation work, or what should I bring to my arbitration hearing? Video content is really engaging and can quickly build rapport with potential clients. You could also share case studies. So anonymous, of course, but share anonymized examples of past cases that you've successfully mediated or arbitrated. And again, this demonstrates your experience, your expertise, and gives potential clients the confidence and the trust necessary to reach out and hire you as the neutral. And of course, newsletters, they, that get regularly sent out. They could feature your last blog post. They could have upcoming events. They could have changes in mediation or arbitration case law. All of this content keeps you top of mind. It positions you as a thought leader in your field. You could also offer something like a downloadable guide or an ebook. These sort of free, easy or ebooks or guides. They could be something like preparing for your first mediation session, right? But these tools really provide value and help establish trust with your audience. You could create an ebook for the attorneys to pass on to the parties in a mediation to help them understand what the process is going to be. So that's value added to both your client and the parties, for example. Anyway, a little quick fun math. Math is always good. The statisticians estimate that 75% of your future clients will engage with your content before reaching out for an appointment. And the other 25 will most likely check out your content after they've contacted you, but before making a final decision. And so this really makes your content kind of a linchpin of your overall marketing. So while content alone probably doesn't generate the vast majority of your leads, it significantly enhances all of the other marketing efforts that you take on. And so it sort of moves prospects from saying, yeah, to yeah, right? Content, I think, is also really important in shaping how potential clients perceive you and your practice. So your brand identity, the personality of your practice. So let's say two mediators, one that has a really basic website and the other with really rich content libraries that have blogs and videos and newsletters and downloadable guides. Of those two, which one appears more knowledgeable or reputable? For most people, the answer is pretty clear. The mediator that has a really strong content presence comes across as more professional and trustworthy. And I think that, again, good content not only draws in new clients, but it really does strengthen your relationship with existing ones. It can lead to more consultation requests, more confident clients, potentially higher value cases. Even if the content doesn't immediately result in new business, it does build, like I said, credibility and reinforces your expertise, making it more likely that the people who engage with your content will eventually reach out when they need your services. Marketing is a lot like mediating in that you have to say the right thing to the right person at the right time to get success, to get movement. All right. So again, strong content amplifies all of your other marketing effects, videos, blogs, newsletters, downloadable resources, well-crafted content that positions you as an expert. All of those things nurture the relationships that are necessary. They drive potential clients toward choosing your services. And, if you want to use this kind of strategy, you want to learn more about developing an effective content strategy, I'm here to help. Reach out, Let's talk about what it is that best suits your practice and that is most appropriate for your potential clients and clients. Happy to help anytime. Send me an email, drop me a note in the comments below. Say hi, or let me know that there's a specific topic you want me to cover in a Marketing Monday episode, and I'll make a video just for you. Thanks so much for watching. I hope your week is off to a great start. Be good humans. Bye-bye.